Hey.
Hey.
What's up? I know it's been 2 years, but we're back. Karaoke Chronicles from the Choi Club. And again, we have the magnificent Dayton's #1 entrepreneur, Mr. Joe. How's it going, man?
Well, thank you for that. It's going great. It's been a fun like 4 years, but specifically it's been a fun month with everything going on with Idol and everything else, man. It's been good.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like you're going one direction, but up, which is good.
Yeah.
Good.
It feels like sometimes it's 1,000 different directions, but as long as the trajectory is up at some point, then it's all good. That's all good. I have no complaints, man. I'm having a good time.
And it looks like you're still a long ways from the peak, which is good.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope I haven't already peaked.
No. I did in high school.
I'm old, but I'm not that old yet. I'm still young at heart, at least.
Well, yeah, you're in good company. But unless you're living under a rock, well, Limelight just had their thing, their Dayton Idol finals, which I heard and I've seen was a super huge success, and it was loaded with talent, as you can see. And I want to congratulate you for the #1.
Well, thank you. It was fantastic.
And I would hate to be one of the judges because it was close. It was super close.
I don't really know. It was super close. It was every round really, including the finals, and like it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason that I and we, like my team, didn't want to do it ourselves. Because just like last year, we're friends with a lot of these people. There are people that come and support our shows every night, every week, every month, whenever they can, and
you can't be impartial enough.
Yeah, and it's hard. I hang out with some of them a lot. Some of them I don't hang out with at all. But there are some that I do, and I don't want anybody. My whole thing when I created Idol, one of the most important things to me was that everybody had a chance. Like, it wasn't just the bar regular or the venue regular, the friend of the DJ. It wasn't going to be about any of that. It was going to be about who's the best overall performer, and best singer, best performer, all in one. So yeah, the judges had a hard job, but for sure.
I guess what made it even more difficult was everyone brought their own thing. It's not just one genre.
Yeah. One of the things I changed was this year with the judging is last year I had them send the scores like immediately. Like, Warren's gonna sing. As soon as Warren's done singing, send me Warren's score, and then I'm gonna save it until the end, and then I'll add them all up. But like, what happened and what I heard consistently when I was talking to the judges last year is they were like, well, we don't know. Like, let's say Warren goes first. We don't know what we're comparing him to yet. So maybe I score Warren harder than I would score. Maybe he's the best, but I don't know who he's singing against yet. So this year I told him, okay, like, look, just keep him. Keep them to yourselves until the end, and that way, if you want to make any changes, like if you want to go back, be like, oh yeah, I'm going to score this person a little higher because, or lower because people later were way better, whoever, and so
no basis of comparison.
Yeah, so it was tough. It was tough. That was a struggle last year. So just like a lot of things, like we learned a lot last year, brought it into this year, and then same way, man, we learned a lot this year that we're going to be able to hopefully bring in the future.
Okay. Yeah, so I've seen snippets of how Trolley Stop looked like that night. It was so different from what I'm used to because I go there every week, and I've seen it turned into like I said, a revival almost. It's packed and it's the electricity's in the air. I mean, I hate to sound like a cliche, but it
legit. That's a legit thing. Why do you think I softened so much on doing it again? Because I wasn't. I can tell you for sure.
It takes a lot of work. I can only. But it paid off, man. It does.
It does. It took me until the semifinals to really see it. Like I started because it was like I kind of said in the video that I made. It was I felt like throughout the year, especially like at the beginning, it started out hot. Those qualifiers were packed and like people were coming out, and then getting to the dog days of summer, kind of the middle of the rounds 5, 6, 7, People were, and I understand these things are on weeknights. Like, it's not everybody can go out and stay out until midnight or 1 a.m. on a weeknight. I get it. I'm not dumb. I understand. So it's like, but on the other hand of that, the venues are sponsoring these rounds. They're paying us. They're paying the contestant. I mean, they're paying out a decent amount of money. So like, it's part of my job to promote those shows to make sure it's worth it for those venues to continue to sponsor the rounds. And when it seemed like about halfway through the year, those qualifiers were losing their shine a little bit. And I'm thinking like, well, I mean, this is going to be tough because last year I had the venues arguing, fighting over who was going to have the next. I had these things booked out months in advance. And then this year started out that way. It took one bad month and word travels fast. It took one down month of qualifiers. And then it was like the venues were a little hesitant, except for a couple. There was a couple that still believed in it, but there was a couple of venues that were like, it's expensive. And
so now we know that pacing is a critical thing.
Yep.
This whole process. So.
Yep. That's the biggest thing I learned this year.
So you think you're going to shorten this year?
I think what I'm going to do is, because again, you get to the end and I see that it still works. I get to the end, there's packed houses and you saw the finals and I see it's like, okay, there's still a place for this. I think we just need to make the qualifiers a little more urgent and a little more less frequent. So I think what I might do is, because I think that's what it is. We went from a whole year-long contest. Shadida wins. It's a great finale. Everybody's happy. And then a month and a half later, we're diving right into the next one. So it's like, it wasn't a lot of room to breathe. And then people were coming in. And then it's just, the novelty wears off. Just like anything else. You can't ever have...
You can't get prime rib every day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was a great way to put it. It's like you can't. Eventually, it gets old.
I can, but
I mean, I could too, and I did. Sometimes I do.
I want to try.
Yeah, but no, I think so. I think next year, in order to counteract that, again, live and learn, is maybe we're going to do these qualifiers quarterly. I mean, there's some logistics that I have to work out with, sponsoring and the money, all that. But I mean, that stuff is whatever. I can figure that part out. But I think quarterly is the way to go. Get one in there in, March, get one in there May, June, July, August, September, whatever. Do 4. And then I'm thinking, again, none of this is like set in stone, but I'm thinking take five people that qualify each time. The top one still gets their money, for winning the round. The other 4 make it into the semis. I liked the semifinal round. That was Q and Pedro had the idea to do the battle round. And to be honest with you, I actually didn't think that was gonna go that great. I was like, I don't know about the battle round. Like that's
karaoke hunger.
Yeah, like 1v1. Like, but then I started to get closer, I was like nervous. I was nervous for like the months, even the whole like 2 months leading up to it. I'm like, oh, how's this gonna go? But I got down to it, and about a weekend ahead of time, I'm like, I'm starting to maybe get a little excited about it, and then to see it play out, and it actually. I really liked it because what it does is it gives you just have to beat one person that night. Yeah. You don't have to beat 20 people. You got to beat one person. You just got to be better than the person you're singing against. And we still get a save. So like one of the things, obviously people probably try to like not compare it to because it's in scale. It's nothing like this, but like the concept in general, it's like one of the, like American Idol or The Voice where, I don't want to have 2 singers singing against each other because one of them's got to go. So then we decided, okay, we'll each have a save. So that took some of the pressure off on that part. So basically all along, Q mainly and Pedro were right about it the whole time. And it did play, it worked. People had a good time. It flowed well. Didn't really have any negative feedback or anything from it. So I think I want to keep that intact. I like that. And then the finals, there's nothing wrong with those finals. I mean, the finals are great. So it's just getting there. I have to figure out a way to keep the urgency high, keep the hype high, but I still want to involve, I still like the 20 people. Because like the first year, I think it was too exclusive. Like just one winner and you're into the finals. One winner, you're into the finals 10 times and that's it.
I mean, in this case, you had glitches, but fortunately, you learn from them in time to correct yourself, to correct the course, so to speak, and it turned out okay.
Oh yeah,
I mean, more than okay.
Right? Yeah. I mean, that's like my background in my previous life, pre-Limelight. I understand how you have to fluidly move in the business world. You can't be stubborn. You can't be prideful. Like, no matter how good you think your idea might be, you have to always be open to the possibility that it's not a perfect idea and that you might have to change some things, and maybe you were wrong about a couple of things, and that applies to me too. So it is what it is, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
in this case, I mean, you were out of the limelight, but you're doing the hard work. I mean, no pun intended.
I like that.
Yeah. So again, I mean, congratulations, and so what's next?
Well, thank you. I mean, we are bringing Idol back. I already kind of dropped that bomb. I did it on. Honestly, it was almost an emotion-based response, to be honest. I mean, I keep using the Grinch as a comparison because I was like, no more Idol, no more contests. Like, this is just like I'm having to promote everything every month, and it just never stops, and it's hard to keep the hype on all the thing. I was focusing on all the negative, and which sometimes all of us do that. But around the semifinals and watching that play out, I was like, oh, man, now I'm starting. I felt that. I felt my heart grow a size or two at that point, and I'm like, that was really fun. That was really fun. That really worked. And then I started getting excited about the finals and then seeing that play out. So I actually even said it on stage. I was like, there's no way I can sit here and just like look at all these people having such a good time, and all these people that are in a business that's in the community that I live in, and a community that I really sincerely care about with business owners that I care about, and seeing the result of all the work. I couldn't look at it and just say, nah, I can't, we're not doing it anymore, So we just got to change some stuff. And
I guess you're stuck. I mean,
it's I mean,
like a new Dayton tradition.
Yeah.
To look forward to.
I'm here for it, man. I am. I think that next year, obviously, it's still always going to be a work in progress, and there's always going to be things we can change to do better. But I think that the big missing link is creating more urgency for those qualifiers to keep the crowd there, keep the demand there, and keep you only got 4 chances to get in this thing now. You got to go. You got to come now. You can't put it off. I think what happens is people are like, it's Wednesday. It's late. I'll wait till the next month. I'll wait till they do one on a Saturday or a Sunday. And I get it. Again, it's hard to get out on a week, but I think doing them, you got 4 chances. You got to figure it out. You got to make it. It's 4. You get 4 chances to get in the thing. So if it's something you want to do,
it's a job interview almost. Like
it can be. I mean,
best foot forward.
Yep.
You got 3.5 minutes to prove yourself.
Yep. And that's pretty much it. And it's but as far as what's coming next, as far as that, I think that's already kind of out there. We're going to take the rest of this year we're not doing anything else this year. Another thing I regret was that Shanita had plenty of gigs with us, like as far as her prize and all that stuff. Like she worked with us all year, but we started the next contest like a month and a half after she won. And it was just like, now we're focused on who's next already. And she didn't really, I feel like we didn't really get to celebrate her,
enjoy her reign like like Miss Universe.
Yeah, exactly. So even any of the singing shows, it's like, you have your champion for a little bit, those shows take time off too. Like, why can't we? So we're going to take the rest of the year. Going to let Kirby be the idol. I think people are going to love Kirby. He blew us all away. Kirby was crazy. He was up there singing, and every time we all heard him, he got a little better and a little better. The very first time he tried out at OE, he didn't make it into the top 3, and he was like 5th or something like that. I'm not 100% for sure, but I liked him, and I remember even going over and telling him like, yeah, man, you try it again, because I could hear that in there. He's saying like, I think he sang a Maroon 5 song or something. I'm like, I hear what you got in there, man. Just come back.
And I can see stage presence played a big role this time.
I think he just, not only that, but I posted his second song, like the one that like he really performed. But his first song was a Music Soul Child song that was slower, more of a ballad. And then he's hitting these, again, this is like the 4th or 5th time we've heard this guy sing, and it was almost like he was saving it. I don't know that he was, but it almost felt like he was saving these tricks that he had in his bag for the finals. And which is, I don't know if that's what he did, but like he's hitting. Q and I were looking at each other from up behind the table, like, what are these notes he's hitting, man? Like these crazy high falsetto notes. We've never heard him do that, saw him really get into his performance. He did a Bruno song in the semifinals. I was like, oh, he can dance and move, and and I'm like, that's cool. So I knew he had that in him, but he just kept getting better and better vocally as he went, and more comfortable and more confident. I went upstairs I think I only took one break the whole night of the finals, and I went upstairs, and the bathrooms are upstairs there. You had to go upstairs, and there's nobody up there except for Kirby. Kirby was up there sitting next to the pool table practicing his song. Nobody else up there but him, just up there with his headphones on, practicing until it was time for him to go on. And I think that's what he did. I mean, I always tell
people. He
put
in the work.
Yeah. I mean, and I think it's not that I know that they all do, because a lot of them I see it. Like Daniel comes to almost all of our shows, or just our regular karaoke gigs. And
Dan the cookie man.
Dan the baker man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And he's been holding out on us, because I talked to him about it. The more I hear him sing, I did ask him, are you taking lessons on the side? Because he's improving. Like I'm not a good judge as far as singing skills. I just listen, but I mean, I can hear the difference.
Oh yeah, no, he works. I see him. He works. He practices publicly, which is the best way. I always tell people, like, there's no replacement for practicing on mic in front of people. I mean, if it's something, whether you're doing it competitively or for a hobby, and if it's something you want to get better at, that's how you get better at it. I mean, even when it comes to us, I mean, someone just asked me, I don't remember who it was. Somebody just asked me just like a couple weeks ago. They were like, do you think that, like, you guys doing this every night, having gigs every night, do you think, and basically singing on mic every night, does that make you better? Or, like, do you think you would not be as good if you didn't? I'm like, none of us would be nearly as good if we didn't do it every night. I mean, it makes a huge difference. Like, it's like anything else. It's not like if you don't use it, you lose it, but I mean, it diminishes if you don't practice and you don't actually go out and sing.
I don't think it's any different from martial arts.
Oh yeah, no, very similar. I mean, if you're out of practice, still in there, but like, yeah, you may not be able to go out there and crush it right away. When you need it, you may not have it as much as you think.
Because you can break down karaoke patrons in 2 categories.
Mm-hmm.
One that just treated as therapy, just want to not expose themselves. I mean, I can't think of a better phrase, but expose themselves and be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And then it's like a trapeze thing, and then you get your little dopamine action going on. You get off the stage, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
But some people gauge themselves, like, oh, where am I? Am I hitting all the notes? Yada yada yada.
Yep.
And then they want to see them be better the next time they go up on the stage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, watching this is a little bittersweet for us Zen OGs. Say.
The old Zen crew, man.
Yes. It's the it's Genesis that's where it happened. I think. I mean, that's the birthplace of this.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's my OG. It wasn't my first overall gig, but that was my first real gig. Like, I had one before that lasted, I mean, it was Carmen's Deli, and we had 2 shows there, and it was actually, the shows went really well, but their hours weren't great for us, like, or for them. Like, they had to stay open late, and then they got to be back at 5 a.m. It wasn't a great logistical fit for them, but Zen was the first real gig, and that's where I first met, like, I mean, a lot of the people that are still keeping me in business to this day. I mean, like, people like you, Katie Gass, and I mean, my photographer, she did my website. Even Brooke, still finding me gigs. Bree, I mean, I guess she's not really Zen, but like, I've got a lot of people that either started at Zen or are like one friend removed from somebody I know from Zen that have gotten me into so many places and literally have allowed me to do this full time. And
speaking of which, I have my bar tabs right here. Charging it to Limelight.
That's right, man. That's, if you're drinking, you're having a good time. That's what I always say.
Always is a good time.
If you're drinking and singing, it's never a bad night. Have a couple beers, sing a song or 2.
I made friends and watch talented people do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's therapy. I mean, I go home relaxed. You know what I mean? It's your money's worth.
Yeah, it's probably like the contest stuff is rewarding, but like the hearing that is like I hear that a lot, and it did the same for me. I mean, I understand the therapy part of it. Like everybody goes through stuff, and I can't tell you how many people that I see regularly have a similar story to me. I went through this terrible breakup, or maybe it was a divorce, or whatever it is, and I had to start my life over. I went into debt. I did all this stuff, like all this terrible stuff happened to me, but I would go, and this is exactly what I did when all that stuff happened to me, because all that stuff happened to me. Exactly, verbatim. Like I went through a breakup, went broke, went several $1,000s into debt, all this stuff that happened, but I found peace with music. And as corny as it sounds, it was my only outlet. Was karaoke. So I would go to Soft Rock Cafe out in Centerville. Shout out to Soft Rock, my OG karaoke bar.
Oh yeah, they're
great. Great people over there. And the DJ there, Kurt. They were all there.
Guy.
But Kurt specifically, I mean, he did one of the nicest things that he at that point didn't know me that well, and he heard my story, what happened, and he's like, I got a condo that's paid off. You can stay there. I don't care how long you're there. I'm out of town most of the time anyway. If you can handle having a roommate maybe once a month, then you're welcome to stay at my condo. I don't care. You need a place to land on your feet. And I didn't take him up on it, but if I'm being honest, I thought about it because of my situation. I'm like, I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know what my next move is, So
you're paying it forward though, man. I've seen it in action, man.
That was the thing, is like I asked him, even though I didn't take him up on it, I'm like, that's one of the nicer things anyone's ever offered to me. Like, I don't even know how I can repay that kind of kindness. And he's like, just all I can tell you is, because he went through something similar back in the day. And so he related to my situation. He goes, you're going to come across people someday that are going to need what I gave to you, and just do it. Just provide it for them. And that's your repayment. Yeah. So I try to, and it's crazy how much the universe seems to test me, because I meet them all the time. It's almost like every now and then somebody out there's like, all right, man, we're gonna throw Joe this broken person right now, and we're gonna let him hear their story. We're gonna see if he's gonna be there for this person. So I really do, man. I take that super seriously, and I know what karaoke and that escape can provide. So I try to make every show as fun as I can, and like I try to really make them feel like they're, forget about it for 3.5 minutes while you're up here singing, And
I think I might have witnessed a person or two that you took under your wings when they were. I'm just reading it from a distance.
Yeah,
I may have to ask you about it off air, because I don't want to put them on spot.
Sure. Yeah, I think it happens. Yeah. It happens, and it's actually very rewarding for me to do it too. I mean, it's what I wanted and what I needed, and it's funny because that's what I at that moment I needed somebody like that, and something like that to go be an escape and be somewhere I can get away from that situation and feel relaxed and happy and do something that I was passionate about. So to be able to provide that for people has always been important to me. And that's pretty much how I've built Limelight. I wanted to follow the golden rule, like do unto others as you want done to yourself, right? I want to give the community what I would want to go to, basically. I just want to create something that people want to go to in the same way that I would if I were on the other side of it.
Oh, I've seen you do it. This 30-second incident probably a couple years ago summarizes who you are to me. So I was looking out through OE's door.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know where this is. I think I know.
Yeah, I was just looking. I think I might be waiting on someone, and you happen to be sitting at the stair step.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, who seems like he's down on his luck, so asked you for some change. Mm-hmm. And I thought you're just going to dig out some random, change out of your pocket and give it to him. No, you pulled out your wallet and gave him more than I would have given him. And and no one was watching. It's not part of a limelight show. And I see this is for real, you know.
Yeah, there's. I mean, I've been there too. I mean, I've never had to. Fortunately, I've never been in a position that I had to like ask for money from people. But I've certainly had my struggles with money. I mean, it's like a lot of us have, and it doesn't get any easier as you go. But like it comes and it goes. And what I've kind of learned is I've got I'm fortunate, you know, I've got, I'm fortunate when it comes to, I get to do something I love to do. I mean, there's obviously, I mean, it's not like I'm making millions doing this. I'm doing, you know, I make a comfortable living. It's okay. I have enough, and I'm not, you can't take it with you. You know what I mean? Like I don't have anybody to leave it to. I don't have kids. I mean, I feel like you know, part of that, since I don't have anybody, you know, I'm not going to have anybody to leave that to is I can help right now. If I can help right now, then I will. And, you know, I mean, there's times I can't and sometimes that I can. And if I can, then I do. And that's really, I feel like all I can do right now, but I feel like it's the right way to be, you know?
I think it's safe to say that the people in your orbit is not just for the glitter, but it's how you, I guess it's how you treat them.
Yeah, I think it's super.
And I benefited out of that because you've always been cool towards me. I mean, come on, we're OGs, man.
I mean, yeah, if you're a karaoke like hardcore, chances are we're gonna get along really well. Yeah. And I mean, we're all music nerds, all of us are, and you know, in one way, shape, or form. And that's I get along. I don't know, man. I feel like I do have a pretty good way. I know I'm pretty good about identifying a good person from a bad person, and I just try to surround myself with good people, and then things seem to work out. I don't know. I mean, I do.
But you're a big fan of second chances. You've always been patient.
Yeah,
we talked about karaoke ethics, which it's gonna be a little dicey here, but you handle it well. You don't turn into an enforcer. You just
yeah. Thank you for that. I think it's important to remember that it's not my show. I mean, like, am I the one? Yeah, I mean, I have the equipment. I'm bringing the gear. I mean, I get people are like, well, it wouldn't happen if I get it, but it's like if I treated it like my show, and I treated it like I was the guy, and like everybody else was, you know, I'm here and everybody else is here. I mean, I might have a gig somewhere, still probably being a corporate robot during the day and working this as a side hustle at night. You have to make every single time. And I tell my DJs this too, and they're all amazing about it. Like the show's not about you. It's about the singers. Like I take myself out of my own rotation half the time. If it's a busy night, I'd be like, I've got too many people on that they came here. They drove a half an hour, 40 minutes in some cases to come and sing one song. I'm not going to deprive them of that because I feel like I can do this anytime I want, you know, like I'm not, so it's got it, but there's a lot that don't do that. There's a lot that do make it about them. And I mean, I know a lot of good DJs around town, but I've been to enough shows and to like karaoke events and stuff like that.
You have an amazing crew, man.
Yeah. Believe me, if there's one thing I know, it's how lucky I am to have those guys in my corner because I don't worry about anything. Like I can leave for 10 days and I know that everything's going to be fine. And if something happens to the equipment, if it happens to them, it probably would have also happened if I was there. Cause they're all really, I mean, like I have the best. I feel like there's nobody better in town to work for me than the people I got.
I get a kick watching Michaela handle the crowd. I mean, the way she gives confidence to people to get up on stage.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful thing to watch. I mean, she hands this confidence without turning it into an act.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just the vibe that she gives out, and I want to give a shout out. You're one of the best, and
well, thank you.
Good luck. Yeah, she's gonna have an audition.
Yep. Yeah. She's got about I think the rest of this month, and then she's gonna take her leave, and Q and Blake are gonna be filling in the gaps, But no, she's gotten her own little following in the Oregon district, which is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, you know, she probably doesn't, even though I tell her all the time, she probably does not still realize how much she's appreciated around town. Like,
I don't know why, because every time I was in a Next Door show once or twice, and every time a person comes in, I can hear a scream coming on. I think it's their version of the secret handshake. It's just this shrill scream, someone running up to the stage giving her a hug. And
yeah.
I mean, I can only wish to be that, you know.
Yes, she's something else, man. She's something else. She even texted me the other day, and she's like, I just wanted to let you know, like, I really appreciate everything with, you know, that all the opportunities and being able to run these shows, and I've met so many cool people. And like that, I mean, that was a text from her to me. It wasn't like she wasn't trying to butter anybody up. It was just in the middle of one of her gigs at Trolley Stop one night, and she was just like, yeah, I mean, like I said, she's I think that's a big key, is that collectively we are all grateful for what we're doing. Like, like we don't take it for granted, even for one night. Like we know that if we go, like, it can all go away the second we're not well intentioned and we're not consistent and we're not doing things the right way.
Because if you maintain a certain degree of gratitude, life seems to be easier, I think.
For sure. Instead of fighting battles every day, just be grateful for what you do have, and I've got a lot to be grateful for, and I try to stay cognizant of that every day. Like, anytime I'm in a bad mood or something bad happens to me that day, or somebody might talk to me in a way that, like, I don't know, I mean, somebody might piss me off, and it's just like, whatever. And I always try to, like, have that, like, yeah, you know what, man, like, I know so many people that have so many more things to complain about, and it does help to kind of center yourself every now and then and realize the things that you have instead of focusing on what you don't. And it's easier said than done, but it's like a muscle. You work that out, it gets stronger.
Yeah.
You know, and I really believe that. Like, if you know, you find yourself feeling sorry for yourself too much, like, just focus on the stuff that you got and hold that close, and then see what happens. You know.
And you become a de facto therapist to some people. you
It's part of the gig. Yeah, it's fun though, man.
You help you're as a karaoke DJ, you're helping them navigate through moments in their lives. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't want to be overly dramatic about it, but I've known some people that went through a lot of things, and they found out that singing is, I mean, it's primal scream. It's been practiced for a long time.
Therapeutic, for sure. There's no denying that whatsoever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something I enjoy that. Again, it's like just putting out what I would want to be and what I would want to get in return. Like, there's going to be a day, I know there's going to be a day that I'm going to need people to rally around me.
Yeah.
And when I need it, I hope that my village is there. You know, it's like, and I think it will be. You know, I mean,
this is an example of it. I mean, you get nothing out of it. I mean, we invest time. I mean,
sure, yeah,
camaraderie, but
right.
Aside from that, but it's my way of, I guess, proving my word that, hey, I appreciate you for what you're doing today. Yeah. I mean,
well, this is and I mean, both of you guys. Like, this is grateful that you guys want me on. Really, you know.
Thanks to Beyond, by the way.
My man, Beyond. Also, one hell of a photographer. Look him up, man.
Not a sponsor. Yeah. Okay. As far as Limelight goes, what's new? What's
So we're starting to do a lot more of the Pedro and Joe shows. That's been a focus. Something that now that we're taking the rest of the year off of Idol, something that we're doing more. We have like monthly stuff at Crooked Handle now. We have every month we've got Pedro and Joe show at Crooked Handle. I don't know how quick this podcast is going to be done, but just in case it gets done before next Saturday, if you guys are looking for plans next Saturday on April 11th, we have Pedro and Joe show at Crooked Handle Springboro, and it's a day before my birthday. So,
oh wow,
I'm going to try to guilt everybody, everybody that I know into going. And if you don't go to this one, you only have to wait a month for the next one. So we're doing more of that. We've got some stuff. Oh man, what is I'll have to look it up. We have a new venue coming up in the fall. Big outdoor thing that we've been hired to do a Pedro and Joe show. I am headlining Shanita and I are headlining something called Cork Fest, like a wine cork. Everyone thinks I'm saying pork, but not pork. Cork with a C. Cork Fest. I even thought that I was being invited at first to headline Pork Fest, and I was like, sure. But then it was Cork Fest, a wine festival. I was like, oh, that makes sense because I'm at a winery. So it's supposedly it's out.
Very astute of you.
I know, right? Yeah. So I had my first solo show, just me singing for 3 hours at a winery out in Eaton, Ohio called Old Schoolhouse Winery. And it's literally an old schoolhouse, and now they've turned it into a winery. It's awesome. Got this kick-ass patio. They got like 20, 30 acres of land. And
where's this at again? I'm sorry.
Eaton, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Yep, Preble County. And I didn't know what to expect because I've always had somebody with me singing those shows, like either usually Pedro, or sometimes even two people when Shanita was coming, with us, and sometimes it was just Shanita and I. But I had a busy weekend. It was Valentine's Day weekend, and so Friday I had a show at this winery that was my own thing. And then Saturday, and I want to come back to this next Saturday thing after I'm done with the winery bit, but Saturday I had an invitation to sing with a live band for a Valentine's Day show at the Vitality Hotel. So I was kind of worried. I'm like, singing for 3 hours by myself is going to be a lot in itself, and then I've got to turn around.
It's a long set. And
I've done plenty of 3-hour shows, but I'm splitting the load, And this time it was all me, so I'm like, okay, gonna have to hydrate a lot that day, I guess. Just drinking hot tea and honey and stuff.
Whispering, not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just trying to. I don't even know if I talked a lot that day at all. I think I drove out to Eaton early and just kind of hung out and didn't do much, and then time to go set up. Then I went and did it. But that went. I wasn't sure being in Preble County. I'm like, I don't know what kind of music they like out here. I know what they like in downtown Dayton, and most of my stuff plays here. But I mean, I can sing Chris Stapleton for 3 hours. I don't know that I really want to, but like I will if I have to. If that's what they want, I will. So I decided in the beginning, like I'm just gonna start singing my normal stuff, and
it's kind of hard to read a room that you've never been in,
Yeah. I mean, and I knew some of the people in there, but not most of them were unfamiliar faces. And I just started doing kind of what I always do, and one of the first things they said was like, "Hey, do more of that Motown stuff." I'm like, "Oh, well, all right." Well, that opens up.
That's your niche.
Yeah, like that's great because I think I did like Stand By Me or Dock of the Bay or something like that. They're like, "Yeah, more of that." I'm like, "Perfect." So did my whole set just as I normally would, and then immediately afterwards they were like, "Hey, we want you to sing at this Cork Fest event." I'm like, "Okay." Got the date and just kind of talked to the owner of the winery for a little bit, and then about 2 weeks later, she's like, "Yeah, we were talking. We actually want you to headline it," and it's supposedly a bigger event. When people from Richmond and Dayton and all around kind of come, and they have food trucks and sponsors and all kinds of stuff.
It's right on the border of Ohio in India.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's real close. They build a big outdoor stage, and so that is. Hold on, I'm going to tell you what the date, just in case somebody might show up. You never know. June 13th. June 13th is Cork Fest.
Well, we're going to have a recap of.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Well, then, so that's happening. That'll be, and so like basically whenever we set up a Pedro and Joe show or a Joe show or whatever you want to call it, like these showcase events, when we do them, fortunately so far the response has been they want to do it again. So now we're getting opportunities in Preble County of all things. It's kind of off the beaten path, but there's some cool spots like the winery to go out there and sing. Getting more opportunities in Springboro, being in Crooked Handle. We've had a couple.
The radius is getting wider.
Right. And so, but most of it's been local. But what the biggest biggest thing that's happened as far as just that side of my business goes, if you're just referring to, the non-karaoke part and just the entertainment part, things that I've wanted, just personal goals of mine. Like I've always wanted to be, if I didn't want to be a singer, I wouldn't have chosen this path, this business, to do. But part of my plan was to build a platform so more and more people would hear us and me and everybody else. And so you never know. You just don't know who's in the crowd. So this thing at the Vital on Valentine's Day, a guy named Lamar Drake So shout out to Lamar Drake. If I'm going to make sure you hear this part, at least I'm going to text you when we're done.
Yeah.
But this guy named Lamar Drake comes in.
Tag him.
Yeah, exactly. So he comes into West Social one day, and he's like, hey man, he's like, and if you haven't been to West Social lately on a Monday for the karaoke night, it's crazy. I mean, shoulder to shoulder, no tables, every Monday, like clockwork. It's 40 plus singers every week. It's insane.
That's a long rotation.
Very long. And it's only a 3-hour show. I mean, there's people there. There's people there to get in line to sing when I get there at 5:30 to set up. And
No
show
one has tried to bribe you yet?
Oh, people try to bribe me all the time. Yeah, no, people. People
You
will
say
try.
hi to Abe.
Yeah. I'm like, no, man, I can't. I just can't do it. But he comes up to me at West Social and he's like, hey man, he's like, I've been hearing you sing for a little bit. You know, they put you on their social media, West Social does, and I see it. And he goes, I wanted to come out and I put together local events. And this is what I have a band. They're really good. And we do these events around town and blah, blah, blah. And like, never met him before. He just came up and started telling me all this stuff. And so my initial reaction, unfortunately, when things like that happen is, it's not that I don't believe him. It's just that like, I'm like, okay, I'll take your information, whatever. And like, I don't ever, unless there's follow up, it just kind of goes in. I'm getting ready to run the show. Like it just kind of goes in one ear and out the other, and maybe it shouldn't. Well, in this case, I'm glad that I went back and looked at, because he gave me a flyer for an event that he actually already had booked, and he was inviting me. So just come and check out what my events are like. So I'm looking at the flyer when I got home that night, and I'm like,
because you don't know if it's just alcohol-induced networking.
Yeah, you have no idea. I mean, you have no idea. There's so much going on, and it's loud, and I'm getting ready to start the rotation. I've got people, at the table, and so but I looked at it later that night, and I'm like, Gabby Simone. I'm like, this guy's book, why does that sound familiar? Gabby Simone. And I'm looking at this thing, and I'm like, I'll just Google it. So I look who's Gabby Simone? And I'm like, oh, she got like 3rd place on American Idol or The Voice last year.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, so this guy's booking her? I'm like, okay, well, I need to talk to this guy. So instant credibility there. So I contacted him and he said, I got a Valentine's Day event at the Vitality Hotel in downtown. I've got a band. I've got a guy coming in from Atlanta that's headlining the event, and he's a Teddy Pendergrass tribute guy. Which to be labeled as a tribute, for those of you who are listening who don't know this, like there's cover bands and then there's tribute bands. Tribute bands, you got to be really good. Like you can't just like kind of cover someone's song. You got to have the mannerisms down, the emotion, the soul, and you got to be like I
didn't even know there's a distinction.
Yeah, like I've seen a Prince tribute band, and their whole band moved like Prince's band. He had the female bass player with the crazy 80s hair moving, and he was dressed like, in purple. And
Apollonia?
Yeah, something like that. But like, yeah, so this guy's when you say tribute artist, it's a step up from a cover band, a cover artist. So, he's like, I'm flying him in from Atlanta. We got this band, and the band's called the Vibe 5, and I want you to open for this guy. Sure, and he's like, I'll pay you. You don't have to bring anything. Just show up, sing 6 songs, and then if you want, you can leave, or you can stay for the rest of the show and enjoy the show. I'm like, well, I'll definitely stay for the show, but still didn't really know what I was getting into, and like I didn't know what to expect when I got there, and so I show up day of. I rehearsed with the band one time for, I don't know, an hour and a half maybe, and they're local. The band is local, which is actually awesome because they're amazingly talented, like super good band. So anyway, go there, rehearse. 4 days later, it's show day. It's the day of the show, and I'm actually nervous. I was actually nervous because like Lamar did, or Marty, he likes to go by Marty. Marty did a fantastic job of introducing me and kind of telling me like, I started seeing this guy at West Social, and it's funny because it was the whole theme of the show was soul music. Teddy Pendergrass. So he asked me to pick my soul classics. So I'm doing Otis Redding and Solomon Burke and all that stuff. And it's funny because he even said on the mic, he's like, here's the thing about this guy, like he sings Otis and he sings Sam Cooke and he sings Solomon Burke, but he's a white boy. And And he's like, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh yeah, here we go. And they start kind of playing, the band starts playing Dock of the Bay, and he does this really cool intro, and I got up on the stage and...
But you got the blue-eyed soul. I mean, you're not blue-eyed, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, it is my favorite. It's my favorite. I connect with that music. I always have. It's like...
That's your comfort zone.
It is. Like, and I people tell me I sing with soul. I don't really know. It's not like a switch I flip. It's just, I guess I connect.
You're on autopilot.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like I connect with it automatically. I don't need to fake it. I don't need to like make myself sound like I'm singing with soul. It just happens that way. So... Anyway, I go up and sing the set, and room full of people I don't know. I knew 3 total people in the whole room, and it was pretty good crowd. And I could tell
you had shorts on Facebook, right?
I did, yeah. It was when I was in like the suit jacket and whatever, and got to stay. I mean, I honestly never thought in my entire life, especially since I don't write music and I don't play instruments, I never thought I would be in a position to receive a standing ovation from a bunch of people that I didn't know. Not
only that, they are the blues crowd, the blues R&B crowd, and you got their nod.
And they were calling me Otis.
That's the musical version being invited to the barbecue. You know
exactly. So like I'm loving it, and I could tell about 2 songs in, I felt good. I could hear myself. The band was fantastic, and I was just reading the crowd, and I was seeing that they were having a good time, and so. Confidence level. First time ever singing with a band, with the exception of like some garage band stuff I did back in the day. I've always sang to tracks. Like this is my first time singing with the band, and I'm doing it in front of a bunch of people that I don't know at a show that I've never been to with a promoter I've just met. And so I was nervous, but then I could tell. It was like I could tell by walking in the event was going to be good. The stage was awesome, the lights were cool, the room was good, the vibes were good.
Yeah.
But immediately after it was done, immediately after my 6 songs were done, got a standing of. I mean, literally, I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
It's
like,
a good dopamine rush.
Dude, I've never experienced anything like that. I mean, I can't imagine how people do, like how it feels when you got 50, 60,000 people cheering for you. I just had the room at the Vitality Hotel, and that I could feel it. It was literally feel it like a wave. And I'm like, that was the coolest thing that's the most fun I've ever had. So immediately after it's done, the headliner in Atlanta, he's like, dude, here's my number. You say the word, you come to Atlanta, you're always welcome. You can come and sing with my band anytime. You can open for me. There's opportunities out here. You can do that. I get invited from that band. I think I'm doing something with Cincinnati. It's not set in stone yet, but something in Cincinnati at a music festival that supposedly have a couple thousand people that I'll be opening for somebody there with the same band that I was with that day. So as far as me personally, that's stuff that I've got coming up, and I don't know what to expect with it. I'm just going to take it as it comes.
Well, I don't want to put you on the spot, but if you happen to get in that crossroad choosing between Limelight and being Joe the performer, so
I actually still think I could do both. And if I have to be gone for a month, I mean,
but you do know the bigger one gets, it's the partner
sure
would pull you.
Yeah, I've given that a lot of thought, because like that's part of the reason I haven't already gone to Atlanta and taken that guy up on it, is because I've been doing this long enough now. Unlike last time we've met and did this, I've been doing this long enough now to know that how this...
We're up to 19 subscribers, by the way.
Oh, hell yeah. We're going to try to get it up to at least 30 after this.
Yeah.
But one I learned is how this whole thing works. If you go out there and you do a good job, anywhere, whether that's Atlanta or here in Dayton or a dive bar or a well-known venue, it doesn't matter. If you go and you do a good job and people like you, you're going to get more invitations. That's how it works. Like, you're going to get more opportunities. And I have personally a very hard time saying no.
Well, that's the plus of social media. The word gets out faster, but let's just say you miss a note in one song.
I know.
Also, it's a double-edged sword.
It is. Yeah, and that's, I'm very picky. That's like, oh man. Yeah, I'm picky about what I post when it's me, like I'm like, I don't know. And like something I feel like always gets lost in cell phone videos, that everything doesn't sound quite right. And I know that's true, because like I experience it firsthand. Like, oh yeah, I when I'm listening, let's say I'm hearing you sing, I'm hearing you in person, and I know, oh man, Warren just killed that. And then I'll go back and listen to it on the video, and somebody will be like, "That's pretty good." I'm like, "Yeah, but it sounded better in person." Like it's
lag.
Something's wrong. Yeah. Something's missing with it. So like I'm picky about what I put on. I think there is an answer. There's a where someplace you can stand that it captures it better, but I don't know what that is. But I guess my point is I have
karaoke G spot.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But yeah, I mean, those are bridges I just think I'm going to cross when I get to them. If that part of, I think that there is an actual tangible, real possibility that does happen where things might progress with that part of my venture, my just my journey, I guess, whatever you want to call it, that might come into play a little bit more. But if it does, then
it's a problem you want.
It is. That's the thing. It's like, it's a problem that I want. I'm just not, I don't know that I'm prepared to tackle it right now, but
let's see how big this monster will go.
Right. Right. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah. It's just, I think I might maybe take him up on the Atlanta offer in the fall, get through the summer. If this event in Cincinnati, anything else, I mean, like I said, that band is actually local. And they play with people, they open for people in Cincinnati a lot. So, that's at least a little more local. I can handle some Cincinnati gigs and still obviously operate full time in Dayton with Limelight. Where it would get a little complicated is if I had to start traveling.
Yeah,
farther than that.
Outdoor Fest is in season now, or it's almost in season, so you can be pretty busy.
Yeah, I mean, it's all like, it's all stuff that I love to do. That's the thing. It's like, that's why I don't want to say no to anything, because it's like, well.
So you just sleep every other night? Is that
it feels like it sometimes. my sleeping and my eating schedule is a little unorthodox for sure, but it's all worth it. I mean, I just got a message actually just before we started. I didn't read the whole thing yet, but Solomon, another one of my other finalists, and somebody I've actually trained as a fill-in if if we ever need any help with that. He knows how to break everything down and hook it all up and run a show. But he just messaged me 5 minutes before we started, and he's like, "Man, enjoy your day off, man." He's like, I could tell you were tired, and in that video you posted, I could just see the relief in your eyes that it was all over, like the contest was over. And I'm like,
but you're still on the high.
Oh yeah. I mean, but yeah, I think sometimes people tell me I look tired, and I don't feel. I'm like, I feel okay, but then I look, I'm like, shit, yeah, I do look kind of tired.
But because this crop of finalists is just,
they were awesome,
overload of talent. Victor,
I love Victor.
When I was so you know how trolley stops built. You go upstairs to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
He came from the bathroom, walking downstairs, and I was listening to him, and I thought it was coming out of the radio. I thought there was Michaela was on a break and she's playing something from like the swing era. And I looked at the stage and this dude killing it.
Yeah. Victor is the real deal, man. And he writes. He actually he has written a few too, and it's in that jazz style, which is cool because like, who's doing that right now? Like, nobody's creating new jazz music like a Michael Bublé or a Sinatra or something like that. He's doing it. And like, I've heard him do 2 of his originals, and both of them, I'm like,
he's old and young at the same time because he's such classy 60s era. But if you haven't met Victor, he's a young dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's Victor, super high character guy. I mean, like, and I've even talked to him, like, I want to do like a show where he and I just go back and forth with that kind of music. Like Bublé, Sinatra, Bobby Darin show where we just go back and forth. Cause I love singing that stuff too.
That would be great. Cause it represents the silky part of that genre. And you would be that Detroit kind of gritty sound,
Yeah. And I love, we should. I think we are. We just have to, like, part of the thing is I have these ideas, and then most of the time the biggest hurdle is
execution.
The time. There's time to rehearse and practice, because like,
you even should call yourselves the plumbers because you have the pipes. and this is why we only have 18 subs. But anyway, but that'll be a great show.
Yeah, it's gonna happen at some point. And I want to incorporate his regulars or his originals in there. Get those out there a little bit more. I mean, anything I can do. I mean, I think that's something else that's also important to me. Again, being somebody who always wanted to be in music, always wanted to do this in some capacity for a living, music in somehow, in some way, shape, or form. And really, I think the reason that it's worked one of the many reasons it's worked so well is that I'm trying to give people a platform, people like Victor a platform that have their own music.
You gave me that platform.
Right, yeah.
That song.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, I'm always will be in gratitude.
Mm-hmm. You can sing that anytime. I mean, anything you write. I mean, people do ask. I'd say about once every 2 months, somebody would be like, if I send you an original, can you play it? I'm like, if you can email it to me, I can play it. And I mean, there's not gonna be any words on the screen, but if you wrote it, you probably don't need the words anyway. So, and it's not a copyright thing because you wrote it. So yeah, I'll play it. And so I try to do that for people. And it's like, even at my Pedro and Joe shows, that's something that's important to us. Like I've told Victor, like, one of these times, like, get 3 originals. And when we're taking one of our intermissions, instead of playing music, come up there and sing your originals, man. I mean, like, you entertain the crowd, I mean, why not? And put your music out there. It's the best way to do it.
And I think it'll validate the following even more because you're actually singing your own stuff. Mm-hmm. Just not just because he sounds like Bobby Darin or whatever. Mm-hmm. No, it's because he wrote this song and you're following him instead of the persona, I guess.
Right. So. Yeah, and he's got he's got everything he needs. He's got everything he needs to go as far as he wants, and just like a lot of those finalists do. I mean, like that was a talented group. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I was worried about having it at Trolley because I knew what people were telling me was going to be the response and how many people were going to come, and I even called Brooke, the manager there, a couple weeks prior to the event, and I'm like, Brooke, like, I'm not really, like, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I just want to tell you I'm nervous about, there being enough room for everybody, and that, I want this to be a good night for everybody, including you guys. And I'm hearing 300 people are coming. I mean, I'm hearing, Daniel alone has 50 people coming, cheer for him. And it's like, I'm hearing this stuff and I'm like, I mean, Trolley's not a big spot, but I love Trolley Stop, and I want to give those things back to the businesses that are loyal to us. And like OE and Trolley have been the biggest supporters of Idol. And so I did the semis at OE and I did the finals at Trolley.
Well,
but
not to take anything away from the other venues, but Trolley Stop has the best vibe. I mean, it's cool.
And Brooke is and it's funny because I was like, I'm nervous about this, I'm nervous about that, and how are we gonna pull this off? How are you gonna get people their drinks? Like, where are they gonna stand?
Speaking of which, David.
Yeah, David.
So he had to sing a song while bartending.
Yeah.
And I told him I've never heard a karaoke singer in stereo, because I was across the bar. He was making somebody a drink while singing the entire song. And this
Tori used to do that at Zen.
Yeah. You can't beat that.
Yeah. Was that last night?
Wednesday.
Oh no, that was oh my gosh, Wednesday.
Yeah.
That was 3 nights ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, that's what I mean. My sleep schedule's a little weird. It felt like yesterday. No, David. I love David. David actually had a hand in me bringing Idol back too. He was the first person to actually like chip away at the rock hard facade I'd put up about having, because he asked me. I was just picking up my equipment there one day, and David was coming in for a shift, and he was like, "Hey Joe, next year for Idol, like, let me know if you need any help with like hosting or any of the logistics stuff or whatever." He's like, "I'm happy to help out," and I was like, "Oh." I was like, "I guess I hadn't told you this yet." I was like, "But I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it anymore." And just I saw like literally
something
sad David. Like I saw sad David for like 2 seconds, and it's like, I don't ever want to see sad David again. That was like, I felt really bad. I was like, whoa, man. I was like, I just wasn't even thinking about it being that big of a deal, I guess. And so he played a role too. I wanted to. I told him that the night of the finals. I was like, "You had a lot to do with that, man. Like you had a lot to do with it coming back too." Like
Thanks, David.
Yeah, thanks, David Baker. Yeah, he. I mean, those are the people that. At a certain point, I have to look at the people who are keeping me. Part of the reason I'm in business, and I want those people to get what they want. And
we've been we've been plugging trolley stop in the last 30 minutes, so I think I deserve at least one pina colada.
Yeah, man. You hear that,
I'm just
Brooke?
kidding, yeah.
Pina colada for Warren. No, but no, man. It's I'm happy to be back here. I'm happy to be doing everything I'm doing, and thankful for the community, really, in general, and just the village and the tribe that we've got and that we've built, and I'm super, super grateful for all of it, and it's nice to be excited every day when you wake up for, you don't know what's going to happen today, but you're pretty sure it's going to be good and it's going to be fun. And that's what I get to wake up with every day. Like I don't know, but I know I'm going to have a good time and I'm going to be around good people. And that doesn't matter how much money I make at that point. Like that's worth more than dollars for me. So,
I mean, it certainly did a little CPR on Oregon District, the karaoke thing, because people made that part of their week.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Yeah. Surprisingly well. I mean, there's 3 karaoke shows within a block of each other on Tuesday. There's Barrel House.
Always packed.
Yeah. All of them do pretty well. Like Barrel House and then us at OE and then Yellow Cab, and all 3 had their place. And Trolley's popped off. It dipped a little bit, and then
and then the demographics might change a little bit.
Sure.
But it's still the same mass of people. So,
it is interesting because you'll see like a group kind of phase out. Yeah. But as soon as that happens, inevitably a new group phases in.
It's like a colorful wave of people to go in and out.
Yeah.
Which is a refreshing thing to see.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I think that's.
So, if you have any, you can throw any ideas, suggestions how to make. I mean, if he's doing the 3rd series of the Dayton Idol, just throw in your idea. Just for example, I've always thought of having venues that make their own karaoke team.
Oh, like a trolley stop versus Oregon Express.
Yeah. And they can recruit singers, and just like a sports team, except that it's karaoke.
Right.
And
that would be cool. That would be cool. I feel like that would have to be a separate thing from Idol, but that also necessarily isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like that could be.
Make it compact. You can make it a 1 month event. Like pick 3 singers and just.
That would be cool, man. That would be cool. That's a cool concept.
Just for the record, I brought that up.
That's a Warren. That is a Warren.
But
original
in all
idea.
seriousness, if you have any suggestions, critique, just comment below, subscribe, like,
subscribe, comment, boost our algorithms.
Yes, please.
Support small businesses, boost our algorithms.
Go Limelight.
Yeah. Hey, I'm shameless about it now. Watch, subscribe, click, comment, do all the stuff. Help us out. We're trying to do some cool things around the community, and
because it's all about them.
It really is, man. Yeah. I mean, like if we win, everybody wins. Like it's just it's how it's supposed to work and how it does work. So yeah, man, just keep getting behind us, keep coming and singing your songs, keep coming and supporting our shows. Without singers, Limelight doesn't exist without the singers. So
because a busy Oregon district is safer because there's more people, more traffic, and it's thriving economically. It's a good thing all the way around. So
yeah. And it's a neighborhood I live in, so I double benefit.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, appreciate you having me on again, man. This was.
I hope that we don't have to wait for another 2 years. To
no,
do this.
I don't. I hope not.
One of the finalists. How about that?
Well, I'm gonna make that happen for sure. Like this one came up. Obviously, I know like with both of our schedules, we had to take what we could get as the date and time today. But yeah, let me get up with. I'll ask Kirby first because he's our winner, but we can make that happen.
Because I feel like the Joe Pesci character in what's that movie, Lethal Weapon?
Oh yeah, Lethal Weapon, yeah.
Hey Joe, when are we doing the podcast?
No, we'll get. Yeah, I like that idea. I'll ask Kirby. And then if Kirby can't do it, then I got a couple other. I mean, Daniel would probably enjoy it.
Oh, he would. He would.
Yeah, I think it'd be
plug
cool.
his cookie thing, which is
Ida's Classic Confections. You guys go look that up too. Daniel Wagner, one of our finalists.
Not a sponsor yet.
Not a sponsor yet, but man, he's got some good cookies and cakes.
Habit forming. But anyway, thank you so much, and till next time.
Yeah. Thank you, my friend. It's always good, always a pleasure. And
Thanks, Beyond.
thank you, V.
Appreciate you.
Beyond, my man. Thank you.